Welcome back to the channel, Ninjas. F- here with F-TV, and today we're going to compare two very polarizing characters in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Legends, Michelangelo and Pigeon Pete. These are very similar characters as they both heal and increase the dodge of allies, but the age-old question, which one is best? You may think this is a one-sided battle, but keep watching and you might just be surprised. We'll start with character design. Let's get this out of the way real quick. Pigeon Pete is one of the ugliest character design in this game. He is downright hideous. This is not even a battle. Nickelodeon Mike in this design department easily wins. Now let's get to the real battle. Let's compare their kits. So here you can see both of them at level 95. Both characters have horrible stats and hit like wet noodles thanks to their low attack power. Both of them also have low health, low crit rate, and low defense. However, there are some key differences, mainly in speed, with Mikey easily outpacing Pete, and dodge, with Mikey once again with the clear advantage. On the other hand, however, Pete has higher attack power and crit rate, although that does a whole lot for him, right? Considering their roles as healers, Mikey wins this stat battle because his higher dodge and speed ratings keep him alive longer to deliver those timely heals and dodge buffs. Let's take a look at their kits now. Mikey's basic gives him a 50% chance to raise his already stellar dodge by an additional 40% for 2 turns. When you combine this with his speed and passive, this is an amazing ability for him, as it makes him very difficult to hit, which in turn keeps him alive for those heals and dodge buffs. On the other hand, Pete's basic gives him a 50% chance to provide attack up to spirit allies for 2 turns. This thing unfortunately is just too niche to be considered great. The main use would be for like a spirit only challenge. Mikey easily wins another battle. Both characters get healing for their second ability. They both heal allies for 50% of their max HP. Mikey then has a 50% chance to dispel negative effects from allies, while Pete has the same percent chance to lower ability cooldown for allies. To be honest, both of these additional properties are fantastic support abilities that benefit literally any team. So I'm going to go ahead and call this one a draw, point for both people. Now, due to the weird way that Mikey unlocks his abilities, we're going to compare the next few abilities out of order, so to speak. We're going to look at Mikey's 5th and Pete's 3rd. So Mikey's final ability raises his crit rate by 75%, while Pete's 3rd ability increases the cooldown of the targeted foe. As we've established previously, Pete's attack power dwarfs Mikey's, and he still does terrible damage, so increasing Mikey's crit rate is pretty much worthless. Increasing opponent cooldowns, however, can be very clutch, especially against bosses. So hey look, Pete's finally on board when he wins this battle. Mikey's passive gives him a 50% chance to attack twice with his basic. Alone, this is terrible, since he does awful damage. However, his basic gives him a chance at additional dodge, so this turns into something great for his survivability. Pete, on the other hand, dispels damage over time from his allies. Given that damage over time is one of the worst debuffs to have, this is fantastic not just for him, but for his entire team's survivability. Both of these are actually great for different reasons, and perhaps controversially, I'm going to go ahead and award this ability battle to Pete, since his passive affects the entire team and not just himself. So, for those keeping score at home, as we head into the final matchup, Mikey leads 4 points to 3. And now for the final matchup, Mikey's 4th and Pete's 5th. Now both of these abilities raise the dodge of allies, but with some very key differences. Mikey raises it by 60%, while also having an 80% chance to raise the crit rate by 60% for 2 turns. All of this on a 4-turn cooldown. Pete's dodge buff grants him stealth, which is great because he needs his survivability, but also increases the dodge percentage and duration when compared to Mikey to 75% for 3 turns. albeit all of this with a 5-turn cooldown. So basically, Mikey makes his team hit harder while also making them harder to hit, while Pete hides while making his team harder to hit. It really is no comparison. Mikey wins this ability battle and proves himself the best dodge buff healer in the game, 5 points to 3. In the end, the only reasons to use Pete over Mikey are if number 1, Mikey isn't available, number 2, you're using the other 3 mutanimals, or number 3, it's a spirit-based team or challenge. Otherwise, Mikey's going to serve you better overall. Thank you for watching, ninjas. Keep it locked here for future TMNT videos. This was Turtle Legends. I've been F- for F-TV, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy.